Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive deep into something seriously mind-bending.
I think we're both about to have our minds blown today.
I'm talking about the 432 matrix.
Yeah.
We're checking out this YouTube video. What is going on here? This is mind-blowing. By video advice, it gets into some wild stuff like, is there a hidden code? Like a universal language woven into reality itself?
Yeah. And it's all based on the work of Robert Edward Grant. He kind of hinted that this number, 432, keeps popping up in math, geometry, even in ancient cultures.
So we're talking hidden in plain sight.
Exactly.
I'm ready. Where do we even begin to look for something like that?
Well, the video starts with ancient Sumeria.
Yeah, okay.
They used this base 60 counting system.
Okay.
Get this, it's how we still measure time today. Like, think about it. 60 seconds, 60 minutes,
Oh, well, yeah.
360 degrees. Like, it's built into our world.
That is pretty wild, thinking about how long ago Sumeria was. But why is this base 60 so important for the 432 matrix?
It's not just the 60, it's where it might lead. The video says that the Sumerians, they claim they got this knowledge from sky god visitors.
Okay, hold on. We're already talking about aliens.
Well, they were called the Anunnaki. Now, whether you believe in ancient astronauts, it just makes this whole base 60 thing even more mysterious.
It definitely adds another layer to it all.
Yeah, this connection to something bigger. And it leads us to Pythagoras.
Oh, okay. Pythagoras, the triangle guy,
Yeah,
right?
that's him. But Pythagoras was obsessed with numbers, especially how they connect to music.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He figured out those mathematical ratios, that make sounds harmonious, by dividing strings on instruments.
Okay.
And one frequency kept coming up, A, at 432 hertz.
So ancient instruments were tuned to 432 hertz.
You got it. And that's different from how we tune instruments today.
Right.
Yeah,
Today it's 440 hertz.
right. And it may seem like a small difference, but the video says that switching from 432 to 440, we might have disconnected from something really fundamental.
Disconnected us.
Yeah.
How so?
Well, the video shows all these ancient instruments from everywhere. Tibetan singing bowls, Native American flutes. They were all tuned to 432. Like, everybody knew this frequency was important. It's like they all understood something we've forgotten.
Okay, I'm following. So it's not just music where this number pops up. It connects to geometry too.
Oh, yeah, this is where it gets super interesting. The video shows how angles in basic shapes like triangles, squares, pentagons, when you convert them to sound frequencies, they actually make musical tones.
Wait, so shapes make music?
In a way, yeah. And when you combine all these tones together, from those basic shapes, it forms a perfect F-sharp major chord. It's like geometry itself is expressing harmony, this 432 harmony.
Now we're talking. Shapes making music, ancient civilizations tuned to this specific frequency. It's like a secret language, right? Hidden in plain sight.
That's what the video's getting at. And next it goes into this whole world of sacred geometry, specifically the flower of life.
Flower of life, I've heard of it, but honestly, I don't really know what it is.
Okay, so imagine all these overlapping circles, perfectly spaced, perfectly sized, creating this intricate pattern.
I'm picturing it now. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
But how does it fit into all of this hidden code stuff?
Well, here's where the 4322 comes back in. When you draw the flower of life, step by step, the total number of degrees from all those intersecting circles, it corresponds to specific tones. And guess what?
They form that F-sharp major chord.
Bingo. Like, even this ancient symbol is expressing this musical code, this 432 connection.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So could this mean, like, this whole pattern, this frequency, is a deeper structure of the universe, something we lost touch with?
It's a huge question, and we're just getting started because the video also digs into this number 2160. It shows up in some seriously unexpected places. It's wild, right? This 432 matrix idea, it's not just about, like, abstract numbers.
Right.
It's connecting to real things, to, like, time cycles, even the size of planets and stuff.
Okay, now you've got me really interested. Tell me more about that.
So remember that 2160 number?
Yeah, half of 432, right?
Exactly. It pops up in some crazy places. Like, the moon's diameter is about 2,060 miles. Then there's the cube, that basic shape. If you make a cube with sides that are 6 units each, 6 from that Sumerian system, remember, and you figure out the volume.
It's 2160, isn't it?
You got it. 2,160 cubic units. And there's this other sacred geometry pattern called the germ of life. It's kind of like a simpler version of the flower of life. 7 circles. You add up all the degrees inside those circles.
2160 again?
Yep. 2160. It's like this number is everywhere.
It really is. Okay, but what about the cosmos? Like, how does 432 connect to the planets and stuff?
Well, there are these weird correlations. The sun's diameter is something like 864,000 miles, and that's double 432,000.
Oh.
Then think about how many seconds are in 12 hours.
Okay.
It's 43,200. Multiples of 432 are like echoing through space.
Okay. My mind is officially blown. So it's not just those ancient people and their symbols. It's like time and space are built on this frequency.
It's a big idea, right? It really changes how we see the universe. And the video adds another layer of crazy to this whole thing.
Oh, there's more.
This guy, George Van Tassel, claimed he got a formula from aliens.
Wait, hold on. Aliens gave him a math equation.
Yeah. He was an engineer, airplanes and stuff. So these aliens gave him this formula, frequency equals 1 divided by time.
I mean, I'm not a math whiz, but that sounds kind of groundbreaking.
Oh.
How does it connect to the 432, though?
So you take the Mayan Great Year, which is like 25,920 years long,
Okay.
and you divide that by 60, that Sumerian number. What frequency do you think you get?
432 hertz.
You got it. It's like ancient wisdom and aliens are both pointing to this frequency, tying together all this stuff. Time cycles, ancient cultures, even contact with beings from other planets.
I'm speechless. This is way more than I ever imagined. But wait, the video keeps going, right?
Right.
What other rabbit holes are there?
Oh yeah, there's always more. The video talks about how other numbers connected to 432 show up all over ancient stuff. Like the number 144, that's a multiple of 432. And it's in Sumerian stuff, and the Mayan calendar has this cycle that's 144,000 days long. And get this, the Great Pyramid.
Yeah.
It has something like 144,000 casing stones.
Are you serious? That
Yeah.
can't be a coincidence.
It's a hard pattern to ignore. The video says that these numbers popping up everywhere could mean there's a bigger plan, a code connecting all these ancient cultures and buildings. Like they were all tuned in to the same universal understanding.
But how? They're so far apart in time and space. How could they all have the same secret?
Good question. And that leads to some of the weirder stuff about this 432 matrix. Like think about the Freemasons. They're all into numbers and symbols, right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
So their whole thing with numbers like 3 and 13 and pyramids. Maybe that's another part of this language,
So we're talking secret societies, ancient knowledge, maybe even alien messages. This is getting deep.
It goes deeper than you think. Even Hindu myths have this number. They have this cycle called the Kali Yuga, and it's 432,000 years long. It's like this frequency, this 432, is built into how humans
world of
think,
knowledge
even
out
if
there
we don't
just
realize
waiting
it.
to
Wow.
be discovered.
It's like
That's what I love about our
this
deep
massive
dives.
Yeah.
cosmic
They always
puzzle.
open
Yeah.
my mind
And
to
all the
new
pieces fit
possibilities
numbers, symbols,
and make me think about
ancient
the world
stuff,
in a different
even
way.
aliens.
Me too.
But what does it
This
all
one has
mean?
been really
What's the big
fascinating.
picture here?
Even though
That's
I'm
the
still
question,
not
isn't it?
totally sure
The
what to
video
believe.
says maybe
That's the
this
beauty of it. It's a
432
journey,
matrix,
not a
this language,
destination.
Yeah.
is
And
about
even if you
understanding
never
reality on
fully
a deeper
embrace
level.
numerology
Maybe
or
it's about
gematria,
seeing how everything's connected,
Just
how there's harmony
exploring
underneath
these
everything.
concepts
I'm starting to
can
get
be really
chills thinking
valuable.
about it.
Totally
but
agree. So,
before we go too far down that
everyone
rabbit hole,
listening,
I want to
whether
know
you're
more about the
numerology
music
expert or
connection.
just
Like,
starting
what does
out,
this 432 frequency
keep
actually do to
exploring,
music?
keep asking
All right,
questions.
so we've
keep
been
an
on this
open
wild
mind.
ride
Yeah.
through like
Who
math
knows
and
what you might
geometry, ancient
discover.
cultures, even
Exactly.
aliens.
Well, that's
all
about
pointing
it
to this
for our deep
432
dive
hertz
into
frequency.
numerology
What I really
and
want to know is,
gematria.
what does it
It's been a
do
wild
to
ride.
music? Is there
Yeah,
something
it has.
special
We
about
hope you
music
enjoyed it
tuned
and
to
learned something
432 hertz?
Definitely.
That's
If
where
you're
things
interested
get
in
really,
learning
really
more,
interesting.
be sure to check
Remember
out the show notes
Pythagoras?
for links to some
And
resources.
how he discovered
idea.
those harmonic
And as
ratios
always, thanks for
in
listening,
music.
and
Yeah,
we'll see you
and
in
that
the
led
next
him to
deep dive.
432
See you later.
hertz.
Right. Well, the video suggests that tuning music to this frequency, it might actually affect us, like how we feel, even how our bodies respond.
Hold on. Are we saying that listening to music tuned differently can actually change things? I don't know about that.
I get it, it sounds kind of out there, but think about it. Music already has a huge impact on our emotions.
Right.
Some songs make us happy, some make us sad, some get us pumped up. So is it really that crazy to think that the frequencies themselves could affect us even more?
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Right.
But why 432 hertz specifically? What's so special about that frequency?
People who are into 432 hertz tuning, they say it creates a richer sound, more harmonious, and it aligns with the natural frequencies of the human body and even the earth itself.
Whoa.
Some people even think that this tuning was intentionally suppressed because it makes people feel good, connected.
So it's like a conspiracy theory about musical frequencies. That's a new one.
Well, conspiracy or not, the idea that frequencies can affect us, it's not totally crazy. There's actually been some research on it. It's not conclusive, but it suggests that listening to 432 hertz music might be good for you, like reducing stress, improving your heart rate, even syncing up your brain waves.
You're saying music can calm me down, help me focus, even mess with my brainwaves? That's pretty
It
wild.
definitely makes you think. But when you consider this whole universal language thing, a language of frequency and vibration, it starts to make more sense. What if everything in the universe, including us, is vibrating at a certain frequency? And what if some frequencies, like 432 hertz, are just more in tune with our being?
It's like we're all part of one big cosmic orchestra, and we got to be playing the right notes, the right frequencies to be in harmony.
Exactly. And maybe that's why so many ancient cultures were tuned in to 432 hertz. It wasn't just about making pretty music, it was about aligning themselves with a frequency that resonated with them, with nature, maybe even with the whole cosmos.
This is making me rethink everything I thought I knew about music. But why did we switch away from 432 hertz? Why is everything tuned to 440 hertz now?
There are a few theories about that. Some people think it was like a deliberate attempt to disrupt our harmony, to disconnect us from this universal language. Others say it was more practical, like as instruments evolved and they needed to standardize tuning. Whatever the reason, switching to 440 hertz has definitely changed how we hear music, and maybe even how we experience the world.
It's like we've been playing out of tune for centuries, and we're just realizing it now. It's kind of freaky, but it's also exciting. If we can get back to that harmony, what could it mean for us, for music, for how we understand the universe?
That's the big question, isn't it? Maybe it starts with just being more aware of the frequencies around us, the music we listen to, the places we spend time, even our own thoughts.
It's like we have this whole new set of senses to explore, a new way of listening to the world and ourselves.
Exactly. And who knows what we might find? What hidden harmonies, what forgotten connections are waiting for us when we tune in to this universal language?
Well, that was quite the deep dive. From ancient civilizations to the mysteries of the cosmos, we explored math, geometry, music, symbols, even aliens, all connected by this idea of a hidden code, a universal language based on frequency and vibration.
It was an amazing journey, and it's just the beginning. This 432 matrix is a huge mystery, and it's up to each of us to explore it, to see what resonates with us, what questions we want to ask, and how this knowledge might change how we see the world and our place in it.
Thanks for joining us on this mind-blowing adventure. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep listening for those hidden harmonies that connect us all.